Welcome, you have reached review time with Imperial, and today's review will be from Season 2, Episode 4. Subscribe to the channel, like to the video, let's get into it. So this episode opens up with Kimney reminiscing how when his dad and mom had to put his dad into the wellness facility in the town because the dad was starting to transition and coming in and out of losing, his, going into dementia or whatever, and at night he could wander and unlock the doors and let the creatures in. So they had to put him in a wellness facility where he would be locked in at night, where he couldn't let open doors. So at that time it showed a flashback of Kenny and Boyd talking, and Boyd asking him to be his deputy and watch his six or whatever. Then it flashed forward to Jade is acting like a jerk when he finds out the Matthews family will be staying with them, and we all know he's been staying in Kenny's house with Kenny's mom. Kenny went to get Boyd to show him that Sarah's in the hospital. Boyd told Kenny he wants to talk to Sarah in private. He asked Sarah where she's been, where did she go when she went through the trees, and how did she know. She told Boyd she found out from the kid that's in the all white. Told her it was different. It wasn't the kid in the all white. It seems like he's trapped. He's trying to help people in the town, but he doesn't know how to fully help them. But he does know stuff about the town, and Boyd doesn't really get into what happened to him. But when she went through the tree, she ended up at the church. Boyd then goes upstairs and talks to Kenny to convince him that Sarah's connected to the town and she doesn't need to go in that box, and just let her get killed by the creatures. But of course, Kenny is saying she killed Nathan. She tried to kill Ethan. She need to go in the box. Now, Kenny is also saying, what if she did that to Ellis? Would you be still feeling the same way? And we think Boyd would have a different perspective. Goes to Julie. Ethan said he wanted to see Victor since Victor was back. Julie takes him. When she arrives there, she sees Fatima. Fatima tells her she's getting married. Julie looks a little bothered, but trying to keep a smile face on. But did agree to be one of Fatima's bridesmaid. And she seeing Elgin, and Julie said, let me talk to him. Let me try to get him to open up to get comfortable with this situation. Victor sees Ethan and is upset that Ethan was participated with Jade to rummage through his room. We all know that Ethan did tell Jade, hey, Victor wouldn't like that. You shouldn't be doing that. But he's a kid. Jade is an adult. Victor, of course, we know, even though he's an old adult, he's mentally challenged in a way or whatever. Got the very smart, but still got the mind capacity of a maturity level in some instances of a kid. He gives Ethan a cold shoulder. Ethan did try to apologize, and he gave him something that he found in the stores, some pencils, crayons or something like that, or markers. Goes to Julie. She's talking to Elgin, letting him know pretty much if you need somebody to talk to, she'd be willing to have talk to him, basically befriending him. Boyd goes to see Chrissy because after he started to talk to. He got a little hyper when he was talking to Kenny, and he basically collapsed and fainted. Could be through stress, but it could be from the diagnosis that we found out that he has. So Jade meets Bacta, which is the bus driver, at the bar, and he asked her about the tree on the road. And of course, when they seen the tree on the road, they backed up. Nobody pushes through the tree on the road like Ethan said in season 1, won't you just push through it? Nobody does that. When they see the tree in the road, they pretty much just back up and get lost. So back to just begin to tell her story that she just paid off her college tuition, and this is like what she, this is her reward. Like she thought she was getting ready to retire. She wanted to work a couple more just to build her money up, but she was ready to leave the being a bus driver and go get a better job. Jay proceeded to say he worked hard for his company and he just sold it. So, this is now his reward. So they both just took a drink and basically said power to the both of them. Tabitha goes and visits Jim, finds out that she meets Mariella, and they have the conversation about what he experienced. And he seems to think that, hey, this place is designed and it's supposed to make us feel the way we feel, and we basically got to dig deeper. But if it was designed, how can he explain like the spiritual stuff that's going on, especially with the monsters and all that? So he gotta be able to explain that part. Boy sees the priest spirit when he wakes up from him fainting or whatever, or taking a little rest, and the spirit of the priest is pretty much telling him that Kenny's gonna be broken once he finds out that Sarah was responsible for the death of his father or whatever, and broken people don't last long in the town. Plus we know with Kenny also, Christy, who was his love interest, her fiance has came back in town, so he's really going to be on the down. Jim goes to see Donna, and Donna is spooked, and of course she pulls Jim in the back, and he wants her to confirm and let everybody know that they did hear a voice on the radio. Donna pretty much telling him, we don't know what that voice was. We don't know if it was a real person, or was it actually someone like a spirit being in the town warning them, don't dig too far because you're going to end up dead. So she told, don't give up, but just keep it on it down. He asked her where's the radio, and so from there you have Randall. He's a ticking time bomb. I already said Randall is going to be either he going to be an asset or he going to be a problem. So he getting into it with somebody in the Colonial house. He beats him up, starts stomping them, and because they was going through his bag. So he went laying down. So before, let me talk about that part with Randall. You had Kenny. He went back to talk to Sarah, pretty much telling her, hey man, I want to believe you, but I think you should go in the box because you killed, all the things she did. You killed Nathan. You tried to kill Ethan, or whatever. So Sarah tells Kenny basically she was given a second chance from Boyd, and she tells him, I need to tell you something. And so it flashed to Donna getting with Randall. So Randall was laying on the couch in the Colonial house like he running everything, and Donna went and grabbed the axe and standing over top of him, told him, look, first she said you need to get your stuff and go. And he was like yeah, right. So she took the axe and swung it at him and stabbed it in the wall and told him he gotta go. So he grabbed his stuff. She like, come on. She took him to the bus and said, listen, this is your headquarters. This is where you're gonna be staying. Pretty much went through the whole spiel. You know how the creatures work. They come at night. And she gave him the Italian thing to hang up and said, listen, you need to keep the door closed and make sure that this doesn't fall. In the event that this fall, all this thing will be on the ground for you is just a rock, and you won't have no protection. Then from there, she proceeded to tell him, you won't have nothing to cover up these windows. So now at night when it comes, you get to just see all the people rolling around, all the creatures rolling around at night or whatever. Since she wanted to basically be an a-hole. Also, the bus wasn't cleaned up or nothing, so when them people got killed on the bus, the blood is everywhere still. The last scene of the episode, Donna did wish them luck, tapped his shoulder and said, wish you luck. And the last scene is basically Boy going to see to the church, and the old lady that came on the bus that's meeting everybody in town, she's basically doing what an old lady would do, is playing real innocent but paying attention to everything in the town. So she gonna know all the business, you could tell. So she said when she seen Boyd, he looking for Kenny, and she said, well, he's not here. He went to basically the wellness center facility. When he got there, he see Kenny was in the basement looking at where his dad was found. Pretty much, Sarah told him that she was responsible for his dad dying, and telling him about the voices that told her to do it. And then when he asked Boyd didn't deny it, so they had a back and forth. And Kenny pretty much said Sarah needs to go in the box. Boyd says she can't go in the box, she's too valuable. And so now, of course, Kenny felt betrayed and threw down his badge and basically said somebody else need to watch your own six. And that was the end of the episode. So it was a decent episode just to push the story forward. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Till next time.